time in my life that being associated with the letters ACT has been a pleasant experience. I'm a first-generation college graduate, and I come from a very middle-class family background, and ACT scores were important in my life. And while my daughters are no longer first-generation college graduates, they're still in a middle-class background, and ACT scores are very important in our lives today. And I'm pleased that my scores were sufficient to get me into college, and I'm pleased that my daughter's scores were sufficient to get her financial aid. I appreciate the role that ACT has played in my life, despite the stress that from time to time it's been. But today, I'm very honored to be with you and very appreciative of ACT for recognizing one of Kansas's community colleges. Kansas has a very strong community college system. And our community colleges serve a very valuable and useful purpose, but many consider Hutchinson Community College as one of the premier community colleges within that system. And particularly when it comes to workforce training, they are recognized as that premier institution. Hutchinson Community College, I represent a very rural, as you would expect from Kansas congressional district. And our ability to have small business succeed and prosper, to put people to work, and particularly in the economic times in which we are now encountering, is very much related to the question of whether or not business can employ the people that have the necessary skills, attitudes, and approach to work that make that business a success. As we live in a global economy, and as we work to make certain that we remain competitive, and as we strive to make certain that businesses remain profitable and in business, there is no greater component to answering that question than whether or not the workforce is highly qualified, motivated, and ready to go to work. And so I'm pleased that ACT has participated in this effort, and I'm pleased that they recognize one of their star universities in success. Hutchinson Community College in the 90s determined that it was necessary to put the skill sets that businesses were asking for, what employers needed, together with the skill set that the students they were graduating were able to develop. And so that testing process became something that's very important, and they have taken the lead in that regard of matching an employer's needs with potential employees. Obviously that's a benefit to the employer, but it's a great benefit to the employee, the student who is looking for work today and a future career. And so Hutchinson Community College has demonstrated how academia can figure out what's required and then meet that need. And so I am pleased to be here today to recognize and to announce that the 2009 ACT Workforce Readiness Award goes to Hutchinson Community College of Hutchinson, Kansas. And joining me today to receive that award is Randy Myers, who is the Dean of Student Services. Also with him is Dr. Ed Berger, the president for nearly 20 years of Hutchinson Community College. If you would please recognize their success.